Hey gamers, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm diving into the gritty and intense world of Escape from Tarkov. Now don't get me wrong, I love the game, but I also really hate it. And let's be real, there are some issues that we just can't ignore. So buckle up, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and let's talk about the problems with EFT. Number one on the list is server stability. Now Escape from Tarkov is known for its hardcore gameplay. But what's the point if you're constantly facing server issues, whether it's lag, desync, or just straight up disconnects? It can be incredibly frustrating. We need those servers to be as robust as the armor in game. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a firefight, only to freeze up and find myself on the wrong end of a bullet. It's like trying to escape Tarkov on a dial-up connection sometimes. Next up, let's talk about the notorious cheater problem. Now I get it, no game is immune to cheaters, but Tarkov seems to have its fair share, and never-ending abundance actually. The struggle is real when you pour hours into a session, only to be taken out by someone using hacks. Battleye and BSG, we're counting on you to step up the game and keep the playing field fair for all of us. You know that feeling when you get one tap from across the map by someone who's behind walls and out of sight? Yeah, not cool. Let's shift gears to the economy. The in-game economy has been a roller coaster, with fluctuations in item prices that would make the stock market jealous. It's a struggle for new players to get their footing, and for veterans to sometimes feel like we're all just scrambling for rubles. I mean, I love a good flea market deal, but can we get some stability here? My stash is starting to look like a thrift store and I'm not even mad about it. And speaking of the stash, can we address the inventory Tetris? I appreciate the realism, but sorting through a maze of items to find that one elusive key is like navigating a minefield. A little more organisation would go a long way. The answer? Microtransactions for inventory space. I don't think that's a good way. I spend more time rearranging my stash than I do in raids, and let's not even talk about the dreaded gear fear. It's definitely real, my friends. Now don't get me wrong, Escape from Tarkov is a gem of a game, and I wouldn't trade my Tarkov experiences for anything. But hey developers, let's work on ironing out these kinks and make Tarkov the flawless masterpiece we all know it could be. If you agree or have other issues with the game, let me know in the comments below. Now onto a hot topic in the extraction genre, Grey Zone Warfare. Is it the Tarkov killer we've all been waiting for? Stick around as I break down what makes this game a potential contender. Now we all know and love and hate Escape from Tarkov, but could Grey Zone Warfare be the game that takes its place? First off, the graphics, fresh. Grey Zone Warfare boasts some seriously impressive visuals. From realistic weapon details to immersive environments. It's like they cranked the realism dial up to 11, honestly. If you thought Tarkov was visually stunning, Grey Zone Warfare might just blow your mind. But it's not just about looks, gameplay matters too. Grey Zone Warfare brings its own unique spin to the tactical shooter genre, with a dynamic weather system, day-night cycles, and an emphasis on strategic decision making. It's not just about point and shoot, it's about surviving in a dynamic and ever-changing environment, along with their extensive dive into realistic ballistics behaviour. Just check out their testing with this. Who goes into that much detail, emulating ballistics gel to showcase ammo types, fragmentation, penetration, as well as different surfaces, including water? I don't know if it's pushing the boundaries too much, or if the developers are just insane going through this amount of detail. Like, is too much realism a good thing or a bad thing in video games? Because as far as I know, it could seriously make or break it by the end of it. Just take a look at this, all the different trajectory through the penetration by the end of the walls. Like, that's crazy. And then obviously each bullet type's going to have a different reaction with a different surface and all that stuff. I wonder if it'll cause as much server chaos as what it does with Tarkov. Now here we got the different variations with ballistics gels and the different ammo types, what it does when it hits the target and all that sort of stuff. So obviously things will be going to cause like heavy bleeding or light bleeding. Wonder if they'll have fractures in it as well. I'm not too sure, I haven't really seen too much about it besides this extensive ammo testing, and it's pretty crazy. I don't know any other developers that have gone into that amount of detail and that amount of testing. As you can see, they're testing it in Unreal Engine, or... yeah, it's Unreal Engine. So obviously they've had to make all the physics for it from scratch, all the hitboxes and all that sort of stuff, the trajectories, the ricochets, the fragmentation. Like, that's an insane amount of work. It's not just a simple line trace. Like, That's seriously crazy. Now back to the map and world events, weather events. I kind of diverged off the track there with the ballistics testing because it's just mind-blowing. Imagine navigating a rain-soaked battlefield under fire trying to stay alive. It adds a layer of immersion that takes the tactical experience to a whole new level, especially in the night or when the landscape is flooded, which is apparently going to be a feature. Now let's talk about the map. Grey Zone Warfare promises an expansive and intricately designed map that rivals the complexity of Tarkov's locales. From dense urban areas to sprawling wilderness, each point of interest offers a unique set of challenges and opportunities for players to explore and loot, as well as weather events that affect the landscape. Exploration is key in Grey Zone Warfare, and it's not just about finding the best loot, it's about understanding the terrain, planning your approach, and adapting to the unpredictable nature of the environment. One of the game's standout features is the dynamic player-driven economy. Just like Tarkov, Grey Zone Warfare lets players shape the in-game economy through their actions. It adds a layer of realism and player agency that keeps the in-game world evolving alongside player factions' posts that are used as the base of operations and can be attacked by other factions at any time from what I've heard. You're not just a soldier, you're part of an ecosystem where every decision, every engagement has a ripple effect on the game world. But of course, the big question is Grey Zone Warfare the Tarkov killer? It's too early to say. Tarkov has a dedicated player base, and it's a tough act to follow. But Grey Zone Warfare brings enough new elements to the table that it could carve out its own niche in the tactical shooter extraction genre. What do you think? Is Grey Zone Warfare the next big thing, or is Tarkov still king? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this discussion going. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Happy gaming!